Good morning. Good morning. It is time for day 10. Let me do my thing. You know how this goes. Good morning, everybody. Let me make sure we are where we're supposed to be doing the things in which we're supposed to be doing. And we're going to get this going. All right. So I see one page. Let's get that shared out. Make sure our peeps know and they in the building. It's Friday, guys. How did that happen? How did that happen? It's Friday. All right, let me make sure I am also here. Yes, yes. It seems like it was just Monday a minute ago, and here it is, Friday. Wow. Time waits for no one. You got to get it while the getting is doing good. Good morning. All right, so I am all the places that I am supposed to be, doing all the things that I am supposed to be doing. Good morning. Happy Friday to you. So, if you are seeing me for the very first time, you are likely seeing me in a replay. That's okay. My name is Nisha, and I have an amazing business and an even more amazing team. And I am sharing my reread journey of I Declare, a book by Joel Olsteen's 31 Promises to Speak Over Your Life. And we are sharing it with you all. So we are on day 10. Hopefully, you have been enjoying it thus far. If this is your first time seeing it, hopefully you will go back and check out the last 9 days. They have been amazing as well. And you will share this with someone. Hopefully you get something from it as it has been giving to us. So don't forget to tag a friend. Don't forget to share it with somebody. Let them know what we are out here doing, what we're talking about. This entire book is about learning how to speak to self, how to speak over you, and how to speak to other people, right? So you're speaking to other people, you're speaking to yourself. This is what this entire journey is about, how we are making promises to ourselves. Yes, right? You have to definitely be the energy that you want to attract at all times. I went on a vacation with some relatives, and this was one of the group shirts that that they had, and so I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Be the energy that you want to attract. That in all things and all ways. So I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. So I can't see who you are, but I'm excited that you are here. It doesn't say your name, and I can't see where you're watching from. So I can't address you by name. That bothers me just a taste, but I'm not going to let it distract me from what we have to do. All right. So let's dive in. I'm going to grab my book. This is what the book looks like. If you do not have it, if you um, haven't seen it, oh, Cece, if you haven't seen it, um, grab it. Grab it, grab it, grab it. He walks into school, his teacher was doing them with him. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love a good I am statement. You know, it definitely sets the tone and makes a difference, and a lot of times people think, it's frou-frou or whatever, and it can be, I guess, but it really does make a difference once you start getting those things deep down inside of you. And especially, I believe, with like small people, they're such sponges of things, right? So if they can sponge on things that may not be the best for them, they can definitely sponge on a few words that you are speaking over their life, and some words that you are giving them to encourage themselves and encourage others. So I love I am statements for kids, right? They're great for adults, but I love them for children. Like it's amazing. Like, I see those things as pluses, and, I think that if we start early, it'll be something that's just deeply embedded in us just as people, and, nobody be able to tell us nothing about nothing. All right, so let's jump into day 10. This is the declaration for today. I declare that God will accelerate his plan for my life. As I put my trust in him, I will accomplish my dreams faster than I thought possible. It will not take years to overcome an obstacle, to get out of debt, or to meet the right person. God is doing things faster than before. He will give me victory sooner than I think. He has blessings that will thrust me years ahead. This is my declaration. Hey, Tandalea, good morning. Um, this is so stinking amazing. For those of us that are in business, those of us who are starting businesses, thinking of businesses, those of us who are working on projects, whether it's going to school, starting a new job, trying to get a promotion on that job, any of those things, we know how, what I call the wait, the in between, that portion can be taxing, can be OMG, right? And this is saying that we can decree and declare and stand on God's word that he will thrust us ahead, just like that, just a simple word from him. And we can be thrust ahead, but we have to believe that that is possible. We have to believe that that is, you know, um, something that will and can happen for us, right? And a lot of times we don't believe that. We believe that we have to take the long route. We have to take the hard route. We have to take, and it's such a common conversation that everything has to be hard. Well, that's not true. It's such a common conversation that everything has to be a struggle. Well, that's not true. There are certain things, there's struggle in life. There are challenges in life. The Bible tells us that everything is not going to be no crystal stair, right? But everything doesn't have to be a struggle. Everything doesn't have to be a challenge. Every single waking moment of every single thing doesn't have to be taxing, and a lot of times we draw that to us simply by saying that things are. I'm struggling. I'm challenged. I'm down. I'm hard pressed. People say all types of things, and I cancel that out against me just speaking it out. But they don't have to be. But we get so conditioned to believe that stuff is. It's just a common conversation. And because it's more easily believed by others, it becomes common conversation. It becomes acceptable conversation. It becomes the conversation of just meeting and greeting people. How you doing? Well, I'm holding on. No, you're not, and I used to have to catch myself in saying certain things too, because stuff ain't bad for me. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Stuff is not bad, but because you want to be a part of the conversation, you say the things that people in the conversation say. And no, that's not your life. And it's okay for you to say, I have an abundant life. The Lord is blessing me right now. I'm expecting me, I'm walking in his grace and his favor constantly, and I'm expecting miracles as we talk right now. It's okay for us to say that, but it's so uncommon. We don't want to feel like the odd man out, right? And so we don't say those things. We don't profess those things. And we draw on the negative because that's the common conversation. You are to be set apart, right? You're called to be set apart. You're called to stand alone. So you don't have to do what's common. You don't have to think, say, breathe, believe what is common. You're set apart. You're set apart. God comes and gets the one. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to dig into those things and thoughts that are saying that stuff has to drag on. It ain't. It ain't got to. Yes, it's so much easier um, to believe the negative. And it's almost because we have proof of the negative. And it's not that we don't have proof of the good. There's many people, every single person that woke up and heard my voice has had an example of God's goodness and grace. You're here, right? So it's not that we don't have examples of the good, but it's an easier conversation to talk about the negative, and people gravitate to it. So the story that he talked about pressing wine. And so he talked about Jesus's first public miracle of turning water into wine. And so he discusses how long it actually takes to curate a bottle of wine, from grape to, bottling. It takes years, several years to do, like he said, just a mediocre, well, he didn't say mediocre, but just a okay wine, a pretty good wine. It takes several years. And to do an even better wine takes more years. And if you want a wine that is just super refined and, it's looked at to be like the best, it can take 20 plus years to mature that. And God can put you on rapid acceleration of that. I listened to a minister who I have just fallen in love with his ministry, Pastor Mike Jr. out of he pastors Rock City Church, and it's escaping me right now what state he's in, but I'm in love with his ministry. I just passed by him. I was introduced to him through song. He's also a singer, a Stellar Award singer. And he was talking about how we are called to multiplication, but sometimes we settle for addition because addition is what is common. But we, as God's children, are called to multiplication. And we, similar to what I said about being set apart, you know, um, God wants to take you from 2 plus 2 or 2 plus 3 to 2 times 2 and 2 times 3. You get to skip steps, you get to multiply and increase and move rapidly. But we want to allow ourselves to sometimes. So we have to watch our words and what we say. And that stems from how we think, right? And just like Tondalea was sharing, it's so much easier to believe the negative. It's so much easier to believe those things. But we are called to rapid acceleration, and your acceleration is coming. How do we know that it's coming? Because God said it's coming. God said it's coming. He's given it to us, right? And we don't have to. We see these people and they're like, oh, I went from what they say, zero to hero. And it's like, whoo, how did they do that? Oftentimes, when you talk to them, they will say they believe that they could. They put their head down and they worked. They understood, you know, I just got to get focused. I don't want to hear anybody that's telling me I can't do it. They have to block it out and go. But they believe that they could do it. If you don't believe that you can do it, if you don't believe that that's possible, if you have a hard time believing that people can go from not making a lot of money to living a millionaire's life, then that won't be you. You could come across $1 million, but you may not live a millionaire's life. You know, you may not live in the abundance and the fullness of it because you don't believe that is possible. You have to believe that your acceleration in Jesus' name is possible. So, with this, that is truly what I want you to understand, that, like he said, I will accomplish my dreams faster than I thought possible, faster than you thought they could possibly even happen. You know, I look at even our business, and I remember a couple of months ago hearing about a young lady going from, starter kit to elite in 30 days. And the reality is, the way the business is set up, it's absolutely possible if you put your head down and do it. But some people take 4 years, some people take 5 years, some people take 10. Some people are in the process and they've been in as long as the company has been established. So it really depends upon what you feel can happen and what you are working towards happening. Now, not to say that if you think, okay, yeah, I can do it. There's a difference between knowing that something is possible and believing that something will happen for you. And that's the frustration for a lot of people. I know that I can make $1 million, but do you believe that do I believe I will make $1 million? That becomes the difference, because my energy and my attitude and stuff is going to be different towards it. My actions are going to be different towards it. Knowing that you can sing and that you have a beautiful voice to sing and believing that you will be a professional singer are two different things, right? Knowing that you can skate and becoming a professional skater are two different things, so that becomes the difference. And you can accelerate your process simply by believing, asking God, you know, I need you to move in my business, in my life, in my family, you know, um, in my situation right now today. Hold back no good thing. Um, let me see rapid movement, if that be your will right now today. And believing that those things will come to pass is a lot different than just saying, well, it'll happen. So hopefully I'm being clear with that. So I was very excited about that because I believe in rapid acceleration. It ain't got to take me 20 years to do something that it takes somebody else 20 years to do. It don't. It don't have to take me all day to do something. Learn the lesson, get the value, stand in your purpose. Let's keep it let's keep it moving, right? So I declare over my life that God will accelerate his plan for my life as I put my trust in him. And so that's the thing. Put your trust in God and know that he's got you. So even if you feel like, and a lot of people get into that mode, I don't have the money, I don't have the education, I don't have, my house ain't set up, I can't go live because I don't have all of the good background that somebody else got. I don't got the fancy cooks. I can't um, I don't have my full situation set up, so I can't do something. And then you slow down your process when God is ready to move you and ready to place you somewhere, So you have to trust that he's got it. Trust that he's got it. If you know that you're supposed to be taking a class, you know that you're supposed to be teaching a class, you know that you're supposed to be putting in for this promotion, even if the God has put that and planted that seed in your heart, and even if on paper you don't feel like I got all the stats, do it anyway. Trust in his process, trust in his plans for you. It will not take me years to overcome an obstacle, to get out of debt, or to meet the right person. It don't have to take you years to get out of debt. God can move and shift your finances right now today. He can clear debt. He can do all types of things if you believe that that is possible for you. So this was a powerful one for me, especially for people who are believing in acceleration. They're ready to take off. As long as it says in God's plan and in his purpose, they're ready to take off. They're ready to soar, and believe that as long as I stay in position, do the work, do what I'm supposed to do, and stay close to him, that you can wake up and your entire life is different. It just takes a moment for God to shift it. It takes one word for the entire thing to be shifted around, and it'll be like this period of time was a distant memory. So trust that, believe that. That is our declaration for today. We are declaring rapid acceleration over our lives, over our businesses, over the turnaround of our finances, over the turnaround, reconnection of families and relationships, over healing in our bodies. We are declaring the rapid acceleration of God's plan in our lives. All right, so that is it for today. I appreciate y'all for coming in every single day the past 10 days and rocking with your girl, and going on this journey with myself and with my team. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 11 of I Declare. So till the next time, y'all know what to do. Be great on purpose. Bye, guys.